Hi, I'm Angela Quarles, USA Today bestselling author of Time Travel and Contemporary Romance. And in this episode of Behind the Book, I'm going to be showing you the time I scouted for a particular location in my novel, Must Love More Kilts, set in 1689 Scotland. See, I was on the hunt for a particular landmark, and it needed to be near Urquhart Castle along the river. So I'm going to show you the video I shot on location as I trekked through Urquhart Bay Woods looking for this landmark. Not only so I could show you my attempt at trying to find it, but and then the solution I came up with, but also so I could show you how I used video to capture the sights and the sound for later description. And I'm also going to share with you some still shots of my traveler's notebook that I love using on research trips like this. It's a great tool to record your sights, sounds, smells, everything that will help inform your scenes for later when you come back to edit. So let's go. This particular passage in my traveler's notebook was written when I reached the shore during this excursion. I take along a Polaroid zip and print out some of the pictures as reference as well. Next is a short video of a map of the location and the route I took, shot after I came back, to give you an idea of the setting. For orientation purposes, here's Drumnad Rocket, and then the castle's just right off of this little lip right here. And you can park in this little car park. I didn't see that when I pulled up, so I actually parked on the street. But anyway, there's a little cattle gate right here, and it's clearly marked saying that it's a public path, and you can walk that little dotted line down here, and then I followed this top line here along this river. That's the path I took, and then there's where I forded the river, so you can see I thought that meant that it was a bridge. And then this is very loosely accurate. I mean, there's just like lots of branching little footpaths that you could take that bring you down to this lip, and that's where I was. It says there's no official path to the lake, or to the loch, sorry. But I'm hoping that insertion of the word official means that there is a way. It's just it's not official. So we'll see. Apparently there's a lot of alder and some other plants. I took a picture of the sign, so I'll remember later. Not remember, be able to reference it later. There's another reason why I'm doing the video besides letting y'all kind of be along with me during this trip, but it's also a way for me to record the sound as well as the visual for writing a scene later, or editing the scene. The scene's already written, I just need to change it around depending on what I find, and then flesh it out with the description. When I have scenes like that where I'm not quite sure where it's taking place, I just do sort of more of a broad sketch of the scene, write in the main plot and characterization issues, and then come back later when I figure out where it's actually taking place and flesh it out, and then tweak the plot sometimes, because sometimes the plot has to change. And then sometimes too, the characters interacting with the environment, I get to flesh that part out too. So sort of a two-step or multi-step process for me. Other people might do it differently, but that's how it works for me. Looks like this might be the end of the road, because there is not another path. Anyway, this feeds into Loch Ness, and I still haven't found my landmark. Might have to go to a different river near here. It just has to be a river near here. Of course, I guess I could just make it up. But I was hoping for some kind of rock formation that I could find that was distinctive. Okay, actually I'm going to try to cross here. In the map, it shows that there's a bridge that crosses this river, a footbridge, but obviously, I don't know unless this is it. I did it! I just made sure my foot was solid before I put weight on it. Oh, and there's the loch. Look at
like this field of, I don't know what they're called, I'm gonna have to find out. These purple bluebell kind of looking things. Maybe they have bluebells, I don't know, they look purple. Oh my god! Here we go. Loch Ness is right through that gap. I'll see if there's a different path that'll bring me to the actual shore. I made it. Here we go. Here's the reveal. I haven't yet seen the seas. Ooh. Loch Ness, everybody. I wonder if you can see the castle from here. Probably not. Oh wow. Oh my god. Yeah, Urquhart Castle is just right over that hill. That road that's running along there brings you right to it. So yeah, it's not visible. So I'm sitting on a tiny little beach. I mean, like literally that tiny. And I still haven't found my natural landmark, so still got some more questing to do today. Okay, I made it back across the little ford there, which was a neat experience too, because I've read about that. I can tell I'm a city girl, because I've never forded a river before. But anyway, I had an idea while I was here, and so I thought I'd record it, because I still haven't found a formation. But I thought, well, if I have a distinctive shape to the river, that could work. And I know that the shape of the river would change, so it wouldn't be here today, which is fine, because it's not something that has to be a formation that lasts through time. So it's just a temporary one that locals would know about at that time. So I'll have to see how often the shoreline changes, but even if it's just a generation, that could work. So kind of excited about that. And then I forgot to mention that the other thing that the scene required was at least some rocks around, because she needs to use a rock as a weapon, and I don't think that's going to be a problem. It's kind of funny how that all works out, because as I said earlier, I'd already written the scene, but kind of left some of the stuff loose, but in it she uses a rock as a weapon, because there's a fight scene. This is towards the end of the novel. I won't say anything more because I don't want to spoil it, but she does need a rock, so this will work. And I thought I would show you the final version of it getting fleshed out after having gone to Scotland and seen that that particular area and the solution that I came up with. Because as you saw in the video, I did actually find a rock formation that worked, which is what I had in the early draft. But then you saw that I had an idea of using the river itself, a shape of the river, as some particular landmark that the locals could have given a name to. And so you can also see that the setting is much more detailed in this version than it was in the version that I showed. That was the draft I took to Scotland. And you can see here that here is what it ended up being. The locals in Gaelic called it Dragon's Lick, and so he notes there that he could see that it does look much like a dragon's tongue might look. And so anyway, you can see that it is much more detailed and more rich for having gone to that particular setting and found it. So I felt like it did definitely enhance the novel.